Hello guys, welcome to another chapter of this Kotlin tutorial. So today we are going to learn about sealed classes in Kotlin. Sealed classes in Kotlin is a new concept we didn't have in Java, and it opened another new set of opportunities. Often we need to represent a limited set of possibilities. A web request either succeeds or fails. A user can only be a pro user or a standard user. To model this, we could use an enum, but this carries a number of limitations. Enum classes only allow a single instance of each value and cannot encode more info on each type. Example, an error case having an associated exception property. You could use an abstract class and a number of extensions, but this loses the restricted set of type advantage brought by enums. Sealed classes provide the best of both worlds, the freedom of representation of abstract classes and the restricted set of type of enums. Now let's see how we can create a new sealed class. Actually creating a sealed class in Kotlin is very simple. So I'm going to create a new class and I'm going to name it as operations. Let's add the keyword seed class in front of the class keyword. So I'm going to create a seed class of operations which is related to an integer. So as you all know, what operations can be related to integers like addition, subtraction, division and multiplication, right? So I'm going to create all these four operations. First will be addition, which takes a integer and it will return the operations. So I'm going to copy this. So instead of addition, it will be subtraction, and here will be division, and this will be multiplication. So now let's see how we can access this save class in the main class now. So I'm going to the main class now, and I'm going to create a new function, which is execute, and I'm going to take two parameters now. One will be an integer and the other will be operation, like the object of the operations. So the advantage of using a sealed class, combine it with the when operation, is that when operation will ask us, or it will be mandatory to implement all the methods mentioned in the sealed class. So I'm going to combine these two. So it will be when, let's take the operation. So it is showing some error. Let's see what is it. It is asking us when expression must exhaustive and add necessary is addition, is subtraction, is division, is multiplication branch, or else branch instead. So I'm going to do just that. We can create this. There is a little shortcut to do this. So Alt Enter and it will show add else branch or add remaining branches. I'm going to add the remaining branches. So it is showing us all the operations we mentioned in the sealed class operations: addition, subtraction, division and multiplication. So I'm going to implement the logic in all these operations. So addition, it will be x plus operation dot value. Subtraction, it will be x minus operation dot value, and division, it will be x divided by operation dot value, and multiplication, it will be x multiplied by operation dot value. Sorry about that, operation dot value. So if you leave any of the subclasses out, then this when expression will complain that you have left out something. Let's see if that happens. So I'm going to leave this multiplication subclass out. So it is showing some error. So I have to anyway add these remaining branches. So also in this case, it's okay if you left out the else branch, because you have implemented logic for all the subclasses now. So but it is not a preferable way, because if we do that, we will be thinking like all the cases will work in a correct order. So if something wrong happens, your logic will be destroyed. So better you add a else case as well in your logic. The combination of a seal class with a when operator is particularly good, because if you decided to add a few more operations in your seal class and forgot to add the implementation in the execute function, when you run the program it will end up in a crash, because when operator will mandatorily ask you to implement the details now. So I'm going to the operations seal class again, and I'm going to add two more operators here, which is increment and decrement. So it will be a type object. So you might be thinking, why an object? I will tell you in some time. So I'm going to add operator as increment. I'm going to return operations here. We don't need this function invocation. And another will be the decrement. It will be returning the operations as well. So let's go back to the main method now. So it is anyway showing that error we were telling you earlier. I was telling you earlier. So we have to implement the logic here. So I'm going to add the remaining branches. So it is added here now. So I told you earlier I used the object type here. So why is that? This is because if a subclass doesn't keep state, it can just be an object. All the instances you create for that class would be exactly the same, as they cannot have different state. So let's just add the logic here. It will be x plus 1 and this will be x minus 1, right? So uh, you might be thinking of one more change from this subclasses and the object operations. It is in the above for subclasses we used is, but in the increment and decrement we didn't need to use is. Why is that? It's because uh, there is only one instance of an object, so you don't need to check the type of object. All the above classes here we need to check what type of class it was, but in this we don't need to check because it's a single instance. So you don't necessarily need to add is operator in front of the object type. If you want you can add, it's not necessary anyway. So it's okay if you don't add it as well, so better we don't add. I really hope we were able to learn something new today. So if you're able to learn something new today and you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and please like the video as well. And I have posted all the code snippets in the GitHub gist, so I posted the link as well. And if you have any doubts about it, please ask in the comments. And if you really want me to take some specific topics, you can add in the comment as well. So I'm referring all these topics on different blogs as well. So for your reference purpose, I'm posting it as well. So thank you so much. In the next class, we will be able to. I really hope we will be able to talk about something new, something really interesting about Kotlin. Thank you.